Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com and the Big Four Accounting Firms YouTube channel. In today's podcast, I just wanted to give an update on some jobs. I wanted to see if the Big Four Accounting Firms are still posting jobs. So I just did a quick search for jobs on LinkedIn for Deloitte in the United States. And the search result came up with over 3,000 results. A lot of these can be from a while ago, but there are still a ton of openings that just posted in the past week. And I looked through these and I studied them. And then there's two areas where there were the most jobs, and they're in tax and then advisory as well. And in tax, they're looking for experienced hires, and they're typically looking for manager and above, and they're looking in corporate tax, and they're looking in their business tax services group and also their investment management group. And a lot of these opportunities were all over the country, but even though the economy's not doing so well, there's still a lot of tax compliance that needs to get done. And also companies are trying to get cash back from the government through their taxes. So they need planning to help them do that. And there's obviously a lot of demand on there. People need managers to manage projects and to go out there and find those opportunities for their clients. And this is an area where clients will pay their fees, because if the Big Four accounting firms are able to help their clients get some cash back, then potentially they'll give some of that money to the Big Four accounting firms. Now, another area that I saw a lot of opportunities open in are accounting and reporting advisory specialists. And they're also looking for manager and above. So there's a lot of experienced hire positions at the manager level or above available right now on LinkedIn. Now, I'm not sure where Deloitte thinks they're going to get all of these really experienced people at this point, but the opportunities are there. Maybe if you've been furloughed or something at a different accounting firm or at your other accounting job, you can look for a position open in the Big Four accounting firms. And I mean, you don't have to have a consulting background to be working in accounting and reporting advisory. It'd be helpful if you had audit background if you're looking for that job. So that's just something to think about. And this would also be a good time to use these openings to relocate. If you are working in a bigger city and maybe you want to leave, like maybe you're working in LA or New York and you want to get out of there, because there's both positions, the tax positions and the accounting and reporting advisory, there's openings all across the country. And I think another thing of note here is that when we looked at E&Y's jobs, they were hiring in unique areas like restructuring and analytics, where Deloitte is just, they're doing the opposite. They're hiring in the most basic areas, tax and accounting advisory. Like those are the backbone of the accounting firms. So I think it's really unique here, and it will be interesting to see how this pans out. And many of these jobs that Deloitte has outside of the big cities, like outside of New York and other bigger cities, they don't have any applicants on them. So if you are willing to relocate, this could be a really good opportunity. There's not a lot of people out there going for these jobs. So if you're working for a mid-tier accounting firm or just in a smaller accounting group in a company, then this might be the opportunity to get into the Big Four accounting firms right now. Especially if you're experienced. I think the Big Four accounting firms are having difficulty finding experienced people. So that's just something to note. We'll be doing a similar analysis for other accounting firms, so make sure to stay up to date by subscribing to this podcast and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.